Shalom, dear friends. I'd like to present to you my good friend Julie Massis, Sarah Massis, publishes Russian Boston Gazette, and now she published the second edition of her book, How My Grandfather Stole a Shoe and Survived the Holocaust in Ukraine. And she's going to read for us a little bit of her book and tell us more about it.
Okay, so this is an illustrated book that has beautiful illustrations from Felix Lembersky, who lived during the same time period, and I was told that this is one of the first books about what happened to the Jews of Moldova during the Holocaust. And it's a collection of really short stories. I basically wrote down my grandfather's memories when he was already in his 90s. He lived to be 102 years old. And it has short chapters, kind of like, like people are used to reading short comments on Instagram, on Facebook, and this is a book that is very easily, it takes you a couple minutes to read a chapter, and then it gives you some food for thought.
The original name of your book was How My Grandfather Stole a Shoe and Lived 200 Years to Tell About It. Why did you change it in the second edition?
Well, it was the publisher that wanted to put the word Ukraine in the title because there was a war. There's a war in Ukraine going on, and my book is unusual because it talks about how the Ukrainians in the village of Obadovka, which was under Romanian occupation during the war, how they actually helped the Jews in the camp, and they sometimes risked their lives to sneak food into the ghetto. So it gives this more positive perspective about the role of Ukrainians. Are we on Facebook Live?
Yes.
Oh my God. Is anybody watching?
One person.
Who's watching?
I don't know.
Is anybody gonna watch this later?
It's going to, yes.
I can't believe this. Okay, can I just read a very, very short chapter?
Please do.
It's hard to choose which chapter to read, that's the problem.
Read about Adam and Eve.
No. No, I don't want to read that one. It's really hard to read something. I mean, this has stories about my grandpa too, when he was in the nursing home.
This is boring. Find something interesting and read it.
None of it is boring.
No, what you were doing right now is boring.
Oh, okay. Okay, can you just open one at random? Okay, here. Wait.
Why Grandpa didn't remarry?
Why Grandpa didn't remarry?
Yep.
Okay, it's very short. A few years after Grandma Tsilia died, Grandpa Shlomo met a lady that he liked. He asked my father if he should get remarried. The lady was a widow and my grandpa was a widower. Both of them were probably around 80 years old then. But my father discouraged him. It doesn't make sense to get married at your age, he said. You are too old. And Grandpa lived to be 102 years old, so he lived for another...
He should have remarried.
He should have. He lived for another 22 years.
Why didn't Grandpa learn how to drive?
Why didn't Grandpa learn how to drive? Okay.
Yeah, what is it?
When Grandpa came to America, he wanted to get a driver's license, even though he had never driven a car in his life. Do you think I should get a driver's license? He asked my father one day. What are you talking about? You're too old to drive, my father told him. Years later, my father realized that he was wrong. He said that if he had known that Grandpa was going to live for another 25 years, he would have encouraged him to learn to drive. It's the same idea.
It's sad.
It's sad?
And it's a trip to Israel. When this is a...
Trip to Israel?
Yeah.
Grandpa's trip to Israel. When Grandpa Shlomo was 80 years old, his lifelong dream came true and he finally got to go to Israel. He went on his own and stayed for about a month, visiting cousins and friends. Let's wait until the train goes away. Visiting cousins and friends from Moldova, some of whom he hadn't seen in decades. He also visited the graves of his friends from Zgurica. He dressed up in his suit and tie and got his picture taken in front of the Western Wall. Weren't you worried about letting Grandpa travel so far away on his own? I asked my father. Not at all, my father said. Grandpa was very independent until he was about 95 years old. That's all.
Okay.
It's got a
So
lot
where
of...
can people order this book?
This book is available on Amazon.com. Make sure you get this one. This is the new edition. It has some stories that the original edition didn't have. It also just has these absolutely beautiful illustrations.
I'm going to put a link in there.
Yeah, How My Grandfather Stole a Shoe on Amazon. And if you read the book, if you like it, please leave a comment. Leave a comment on Amazon so more people can read
Are you
it.
going to do a Russian translation?
We do want to do a Russian translation because I translated a couple chapters.
What Ukrainian translations? You're writing, put Ukrainian in the
If there are any volunteers, I don't know Ukrainian, but yeah.
Ask, since Julia is writing good thing about Ukrainians, some Ukrainians should volunteer.
Yeah. Anyway, I was asked by the Jewish Museum of Moldova to do a Russian translation and then to tour
Moldovan
Moldova.
Translation.
Yeah.
When did you do that?
Well, yeah, it takes time,
Yeah, we want to promote it in the Bukharian community.
Why is there only one person watching?
Lazar Borokhov is in Bukharian.
I think this is midnight.
Bukharian community.
It's not a good time to do a book promotion right now.
Okay, we're going to share it and repost it.
Okay.
And
the book is coming out on July 15th, which is kind of, that's Sergei's birthday.
Amazing.
Yeah.
On July 15th, I went to get my passport in Moldovan Embassy.
Oh, really?
2019.
It's a nice
In
day.
Washington.
It's like middle of the summer, so
Yes.
yeah. This is my first book. My second book is going to be about my other grandfather, and it's going to be called How My Grandfather Fell from an Airplane.
He did?
Yes.
Because he is the airplane safety something.
No.
What was his title?
He was an engineer.
I know, but he worked in the Soviet commission for...
Well, yeah, but that wasn't part of that. He fell off the airplane while the airplane was what?
I get it, but then afterwards he worked in examining the records.
He was involved in, not the records, he was involved
ones.
in investigating all air traffic accidents when there were no fatalities.
Right.
So.
Cool.
Yeah.
Grandpa Simon? He was Simon or Simon?
Simeon. This one is...
Shlomo.
Yeah. So, send me a link. I hope I don't sound too stupid or anything like that. Do I sound okay?
Julie, you're on Facebook Live.
Oops.
You're still on Facebook Live. You need to edit this thing. If you don't want to sound stupid, don't ask.
Okay. Do you have any other questions you want to ask? You were doing a good job doing the interview.
We are going to add links to your YouTube. Have many movies.
Yeah.
Some movies. One movie got an award at the BRICS Festival in Moscow, right?
If you have elderly grandparents, then talk to them, ask them about their lives, and then write down their stories. It maybe only takes 5 minutes after you hear a story to go home and write it down. And it's very important because the other day I was reading a story from my book about how my grandfather's youngest brother was murdered during the Holocaust, and by that time my grandpa only passed away 7 years ago or something like that, and my father already forgot this story. So it's lucky that I wrote it down. So like I said, if you have elderly family members, ask them to tell you some stories and write them down. Save them for future generations.
Okay. Have a good night. This was special presentation of a new book.
Yeah.
How My Grandfather Stole a Shoe and Survived the Holocaust in Ukraine.
Yeah.
By Julie Massis.
Yeah.
Sarah Massis.
Yeah.
Oops.